ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Fake News at 10. My name is Mainstream Media Jack. The time is coronavirus. The BBC have published a story claiming that anyone breaking the COVID-19 lockdown rules has blood on their hands. The network accuses regular people that don't wear a mask when they're going shopping of murdering other members of public. Members of public that see anyone not following the COVID-19 rules are urged by the BBC to start getting violent and hitting them in the face. Professor Hugo Montgomery, who sounds like a salt-of-the-earth type guy and not affiliated with globalism at all, has gone on record in an exclusive interview where he lets listeners know that hospitals are completely overrun with patients in a video that avoids showing a single patient.
Emergency departments are seeing a tsunami in the last week or two of cases. The wards are flooded.
The shocking video obtained by the BBC from the library of footage shows at least 8 hospital workers cramped into a tiny reception area for no reason. The hospital workers are crowding around as tightly as possible to make it seem like it's really crowded in the hospital. But in actual fact, there aren't really any patients at all in view in this particular bit of footage. All the staff in the footage, however, are wearing shit over their nose and their face and their eyes and their ears and their mouth to let you know that this is serious and it's some kind of tsunami. It's unclear how many hospital workers have been swept away down the hospital drains by the tsunami, but the BBC are expected to check round by the bins later. The hospital situation is so bad and overcrowded that one slightly overweight hospital worker had to wipe down a blue bed with a TV remote control on his face. A number of yellow ambulances were also forced to park in the ambulance bay, a situation that's never been seen before at British hospitals. Professor Hugo also went on to say that the British public should begin blaming each other for the virus.
It's making me actually very angry now that people are laying the blame on the virus.
Before Dr. Hugo's exclusive interview with the BBC, members of the British public that contracted the coronavirus had previously blamed the death of themselves or their family members on the coronavirus. The coronavirus was previously thought to have been released by the Communist Party of China from a weapons factory where it was deliberately manufactured and released upon the world with the help of the World Health Organization. Thankfully, none of that is true now. It's your fault that someone died because you didn't wash your hands. Dr. Hugo was quick to point out that he was not an apologist for the government or making any sort of political statement by going on to parrot exactly what the government wants him to say for another 4 to 5 minutes.
So my appeal again, I mean, I'm absolutely not an apologist for this or any other government or political party. It's not a political statement. But the problem here, I can't reiterate enough, is people.
Dr. Hugo went on to reassure viewers that the virus was so serious that it's possible they might not even realize they have it.
50% or more of people will not even know they have this virus. They'll have such mild disease that they might not even know they've got symptoms and that they're spreading it.
Users that feel fine and healthy are most at risk from having COVID-19. This new, more deadly version of COVID-19 that's exactly as non-lethal as the first kind may have already killed you if you're watching this. Please call the NHS on 0100 Am I Dead and someone will tell you if you've died, and if so, you will have died from the coronavirus. Users that have died from the coronavirus are advised to bury themselves in the garden in isolation from their friends and family, even if they're not displaying the symptoms of the virus. Dr. Hugo helpfully went on to point out that one person that doesn't have the virus is in grave danger of spreading the virus that they don't have to over 400,000 people that also don't have the virus but may have the virus because they don't seem to have the virus, which could be a clear indication that they do have the virus.
But this is very highly contagious. Each person can spread this to 4 to 5 people in an enclosed space, and each of those can spread it to 4 to 5 people. So one person can infect hundreds of thousands of people very easily.
Dr. Hillary also confirmed to the BBC that anyone that goes out on New Year's Eve or sees their friends or family is basically committing murder.
And if people behave badly on New Year, we're not going to get that hitting us until the 8th or 10th of January. Anyone who's listening to this, who doesn't wear their mask, who behaves like this, they have blood on their hands. They're spreading this virus. Other people will spread it and people will die. And they won't know they kill people, but they have. We're seeing whole families coming in now. And I'm watching one parent, then another parent, or a parent and a child die. You know, I'm watching whole families getting wiped out here.
Great stuff. I'm sure that's all true. Dr. Hugo Soulless Eyes on the BBC. I bet that's all true. I bet you're just standing there watching whole families get wiped out. That's what's happening. A family of 12 people are coming into the hospital that's empty, and they're saying, hey, Dr. Hugo, come over here, quick. Watch all 12 of us get wiped out by a disease with a 99.98% survival rate. There's 12 of us, and we're all just going to fucking drop dead in the hospital reception, and then you're going to watch us, aren't you? We're seeing whole families wiped out here. We're seeing whole schools full of children wiped out by this new variant that's got a 99.98% survival rate. We're seeing whole zoos wiped out. Whole reptile houses are going down. There's nobody left in Tesco's on the high street. They're all just corpses in there. It's like The Walking Dead, according to this bloody guy on the BBC. You should all carry on watching in the mainstream media because it's so completely on the level. Oh my God, 10 children just walked in here and they're all dead and they've all got the coronavirus, they just told me. I'm seeing it as well. I'm seeing whole families wiped out. I'm seeing whole shoals of fish killed, wiped out from the ocean. We need to immediately count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of New Mexico. Otherwise, we're all going down. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow. That's the end of the video again. The video